Welcome, everyone, to session one of The Space Between, our new Stars Without Number campaign.
Wow.
Nah, I
I'm
think I'll
taking
keep.
notes.
Is that
I
better?
think I'll keep the first take. That was better.
uh, yeah, so starting off fresh, got some new characters to introduce and explore. And yeah, we need to establish. Got it. We've established where we're starting and roughly what we're going to be doing, but we need to figure out exactly where everyone is. So we've got. Let's start with who we definitely know. We've got Eva and Pete uh, at the say at the junkyard, refueling maybe, cleaning cleaning out the ship a little bit.
Yeah. I think in the backstory that I'd shared with Robert, it was something that Eva was kit bashing in her backyard, probably with parts from different junkyards. But
Hmm.
at this point, oh right, we're not on. We are on Anagras. We are on Anagras. Um, at
Yeah,
this
and I'd
point,
say, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, yeah, a junkyard if they'll let her land, or maybe even a dock that's in one of the far out parts of town that will let a rusty bucket like this land, so that they can appear to be legitimate cargo and passenger carriers.
Okay. Yeah, I wondered if maybe they needed to do a little bit of tune up after the maiden voyage. Um, or I
Oh,
guess
probably.
are we saying it? I'm trying to remember if we just decided that they've already been on a maiden voyage, uh,
I think
or if this is going to be it.
because Cherry and Zeke traveled from Lahaina to Anagras already, I think we were going to make this cargo and passenger haul with the Badgers that we're currently loading, the first one, and I don't know, set a destination for who wants these Badgers, and we'll let loose.
All right. And where is Bo at the moment?
That's a good question.
I think I lean towards the dark one, Dex.
I do too.
I guess
Yeah.
he'd be on the ship with them. He wouldn't be doing anything though.
Maybe in
Or
med
I guess
bay
like
from Badgers.
Just watching us load the Badgers.
yeah, I feel like he has had as inactive a role as he possibly could in uh, the goings on of the ship so far. He was hired for security, and when security needs to happen, he'll jump in.
Mhm.
But until that point, he's happy to watch them work.
All right.
Pete will probably be carrying in another crate of these Badgers. Look over at Bo and gripe. Should have expanded what that contract said.
I feel like
So
Eva has regaled Bo with at least one new Badger factoid every time they've crossed.
Oh boy.
Don't
Yeah.
worry, I've got ChatGPT loaded and in the corner of my screen.
Oh my. We were so worried. How did you know?
Hmm.
I know you guys.
All right. Um. Okay. So then, I believe that's three of them. So we have Zeke and Cherry. Now they are, you know, they've arrived on Anagris. at some point, perhaps they'd had a connection they were supposed to get, another another ship they were going to get passage on, and that fell through. Maybe the ship captain changed his mind about making that trip since it's wasn't able to get enough put together to feel like it was a profitable venture, so decided to go a different way. And when looking up affordable ship passage, you found some. I guess it sounds. I get the impression that Eva and Pete had put out uh, some sort of listing indicating availability of passenger space and cargo space on their ship.
Yeah.
That be fair?
Yeah, and
Yes,
it did
Springfields.
include advertisement of fairy lights on the announcement.
Fairy lights.
Mhm.
Okay. Alrighty then. So, um, let me let me think here. Do we want a scene with just do we want to jump right into Zeke and Cherry arriving at the we'll say it's a kind of like a rural uh, space port, quote unquote. That's really more of like a large field with with the bare bones infrastructure for refueling, but not much else.
All right, Holloway.
uh, I'm hearing. Well, I guess let me reiterate. Does that sound good to everybody? Do we want to go ahead and jump into that, or do you guys want to do another scene beforehand, kind of establishing uh, some of the background or the way that Zeke and Cherry have been interacting so far?
I'm good.
Roll with it.
Okay, that was not a yes or no question. That was two different options question.
Okay.
Proceed.
I think this scene is a fine way to show the two of them interacting with
Okay,
each other.
just showing up at the ship. Okay,
Yeah, that's a
so
okay beginning.
in that case, so we've got Pete moving cages and having hosed the things down out in the out in the grass,
Eva is
and
helping.
okay, Eva's helping, and a
Definitely no slouch on the work.
all right, and we'll say a grav taxi buzzes up uh, along the from the road, uh, and down the little kind of dirt track that marks the center path through the this little field yard, and settles in a short distance away, and these two passengers disembark.
Would this ship be like in a numbered bay?
No, that I was just going over the fact that this is kind of a rural space port, port in quotation marks. It's it's essentially a big empty field with some like maybe painted, marked with well, maybe not painted, not that bad, but just maybe just some gravel lines marking out spaces for ships to have parked. And there are a couple other small ships that looks like people are parked out here to do some work on them. But yeah, you roll up in front of the Swallowtail. That looks like a bit of a, as it's been described already, a rust bucket, and maybe a little less than you'd hoped for from the listing.
If that's the case, then I think Zeke would ask Cherry if we are actually at the right ship.
So he's going to pull out a compad and look at the listing on Space B&B, and she's realizing that the picture of the outside of the ship was taken at night and it was very dark. But it is in fact the same ship, though it looked a lot better in the dark.
There's fairy lights on the outside of the ship too.
Okay, so she's gonna be swiping through pictures and looking up at the ship and then looking back at there, and then she'll kind of let out a sound like, well, listen, I know it doesn't look as nice as it did in the listing, but I promise it has like really good reviews. Like, let's just give it a chance, like I think maybe it's like more of a charming situation, like cozy.
Always the optimist, Cherry. We can give it a chance.
I mean, it's at least worth our very, very low amount of money that we gave them.
This is true.
Are those? She's going to kind of scrunch her nose a little bit. I really hope that the ship smells better than out here, though, because I don't know what that smell is, but it is bad.
It smells like animal.
Yeah, good thing we're on a passenger ship. Let's go.
Yeah, let's see. So the ship has got. Okay, yeah, it's got extended life support. We definitely have not. We've not fleshed out some of the various ship fittings, but we'll. Some of those quirks will be TBD. Perhaps discover them as you go. It does have the luxury cabins fitting, which is enough to support a single passenger in style.
Oh, so you are rounding it down. I figured you would.
What? Come on, not two?
From 1.2, I'm gonna round it down.
Yep.
One cabin is like 1/5 more fancy than the average basic cabin.
It
I was gonna
has.
say
not a
that
bad
like the
idea.
cabin.
Yeah, that
has,
bunk
like,
has the twinkle
their-
lights hanging
Their
above it.
one cabin, actually, they shoved a bunk bed in there, and they're like, 2 people can have the fancy cabin, right? We can book 2 passengers in here.
Oh my!
No. There's a small additional single room with a sink in it.
Oh my!
Yeah, that's actually a decent idea. There's one room that is, decked out. It looks like some custom work has gone into some very manual labor as well into making this one cabin, though, actually considerably nicer than all the others. And probably even has a larger. It has its own dedicated washroom with enough room to soak and not be touching both sides of the washroom with your elbows when you stretch a little. But then there is also one other room that is in some small way couple of steps above the rest of the bare bones kind of, I guess, cabins that that a ship would have for cramming a bunch of people in.
Yeah, that sounds fine.
Let's see then. Okay, so we've got our two new arrivals. Do you guys want to give descriptions of your characters? I know we've got reference images, but those may not necessarily fully capture what you imagine your character looking like.
Sure.
Go ahead, Robert.
Yeah, so I'm not so sure Ben actually said it, but Pete is actually a robot. He's a slightly older, definitely worn and rebuilt multiple times training model used in training kendo and other sort of sword martial arts. Through the years of beatings and poor care that was given to him, he's definitely rusted, but in suitable shape, thanks in no small part to Eva. He has a sort of basic grayish coat of paint with some gold artistic work that is mostly rubbed off, and has a black tie that he kind of wears as an affectation.
Bless it.
So that's Pete.
Like the touch of the tie.
I'll go next with Eva.
The
So
partner in crime.
the partner in crime. So Eva is a bustling, not short, not tall, just kind of right there in the middle, redhead, or maybe greasy redhead. She is dirty. She is greasy and has smudges not just on her clothes, but actually on her person. She's wearing denim overalls, just regular blue jean overalls, and a wife beater type white t-shirt or tank top underneath. And hair is ostensibly tied in a ponytail, but it's fallen all over the place. It's got sharp brown eyes that are taking note of things around, paying attention to various bits that need maintenance. And oh, that escaped badger over there. Gotta go get that. Oh, hey, there's some new passengers.
I like it. All right, who's next?
By the way, guys, in case you have not already, oh wait, was I the only one who hadn't? No, Dex and Robert. Upgrade your server profile to have your new character names.
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I just did it.
Thank you for the reminder.
All right. So oh man. All right, so new passengers, what does she do?
I'm waiting for you guys' descriptions.
Oh yeah, we still need descriptions from for Cherry and for Zeke.
Oh, we do?
Yeah.
We went for both.
Okay.
And-
Well, Cherry is a fairly petite character in that she is quite short. So she is 5'3" or 5'2", depending on what measuring stick we're using. and she tends to try and project confidence. If anything, she projects optimism at the very least. She has pink hair and Holloway is so loud. Hold on.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of cross chat.
She has pink hair and she has gray eyes. And she always has sort of a smirk going on, like she's thinking about something funny, but she hasn't quite shared it with everyone else yet. She is in what appears to be black and pink clothing. It looks like a very well thought out outfit. And she sticks out like a sore thumb where she is right now. That's all I've got for her right now.
Okay.
I can give you a short brief on Zeke. You would typically find Zeke wear very pragmatic clothing, I guess you would say. Everything is neat and efficient for him. He has dark white highlight, like a normal everyday college student, of course. Did
So
I
you
mention
cut out
that
a little bit.
he
He
was a
has
college
white what?
highlights?
Oh, okay.
I don't know if that would be the right term, but anyway, see picture. So lost my train of thought there. Yeah, he oh man, really lost it.
Sorry, yeah, you had cut out so I wasn't sure. I like that he has
No.
white highlights. About how old is he? You said, or how
He
old
would
does he
be
look?
in his mid-20s.
Okay.
24, 25. About 5'8", actually a little bit shorter than Java. Can't be too tall again.
Java and his ever growing height.
Yeah.
So that won't be a character trait of Zeke. What is a character trait of Zeke? A practice of basically. Yeah, no, I don't want to actually get into that. Never mind. We're good with that for now.
Okay. Yeah, just whatever appearance he's got. All right. Oh, speaking of which, let's see. I think I get this. Get a load of this right here. This one.
Oh, Ethan, we're
Don't
still getting a
mind
lot of background noise there.
Yeah, I don't know if you're able to
Can you
move
mute your
somewhere that
roommate?
you shut a door. mute Holloway real quick. Yeah, I went ahead and did a little bit of quick work on the token because I noticed zooming in on that picture didn't go super well, but found a tool that let me fix it up a little bit for free. And out of character plan.
Oh yeah.
Are you is there an issue with that
Huh.
Oh, okay. That had the sound of like, oh, one of
No,
those things.
it was just that the initial picture was very zoomed out, and so
Mhm.
That was bound to happen. I just hadn't gone and tried to enhance it yet.
Yeah, that's all right.
But
I
that
said
did a good job.
computer enhance image,
And
and
they
then
actually do it now
yeah.
with make-believe pixels, but they actually do it.
Mm-hmm. I say it's easy. You just have to have something smart enough to make up the right pixels to stick
Right.
in the between. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna kind of turn the reins over to you guys and let you uh play this scene out.
Well, we've already
Uh,
started.
yeah.
Yep.
I'd hope.
In text.
Oh, what? Where is this? In Roll20 text this time?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
Yes, where it's supposed to be.
I have too many things to keep track of. Gotta
Oh, I
track it down.
understand.
Okay, so yeah,
Yeah.
guys, take it away.
All right. So Pete will turn and kind of, for the first time, realize, oh, there are people. He heard Eva said it, but he wasn't paying that close of attention. And he will wander over towards where the two new people are and introduce himself and say, "Welcome. I am Pete. My partner Eva over there is corralling some livestock. We are also transporting. We had to get additional fares for the trip. Um, you can call me Pete. Welcome aboard."
Cherry is going to look visibly crestfallen when he says we had to get additional livestock. Oh. Question is, where are the livestock staying?
There's a cargo hold.
Yeah, great. And she's gonna be scrolling back through the pictures on her compad of the listing. She's like making mental notes of like,
It is not next to your cabin, ma'am.
yes, thank you. I'm sorry, are you able to smell them or is it just me?
Huh. I guess I hadn't thought of that.
I
Is that
smelled
I
them.
don't know. He'll just like scratch his head and like, I guess I could go sniff one and find out.
Oh, well, right. If you could just first show us to our cabins, then you can sniff all you want. That sounds like a great time. However, I think we are just so tired and we would really enjoy seeing our cabins first before you sniff the livestock.
Oh, there's a
This,
session title.
Sniff the livestock.
Sniffing
no.
livestock.
Yep. Pete will say, "Okay, this way, please," and turn and start leading the way towards the swallowtail.
As we're boarding the swallowtail, what view greets us?
Bo is leaning up in the catwalk of the cargo bay. He's smoking on a cigarette, and he said, "Well, I'll be. Y'all actually got passengers besides them critters."
Oh my.
Pete's little digital eyes will switch to the sort of X eyes and look
I
at
should
Bo and say, "There are things you shouldn't say out loud," and just turn away from him.
I should note that as you ascend the ramp into the cargo bay of the ship. The ship subtly shifts and things creak and groan a little bit.
Oh
walking
no.
up the ramp.
Walking up the ramp. Oh.
Is this a one at a time situation?
No. It is a bit of a fixer-upper, but we've built this with our own hands. Ava's quite skilled at this.
Right. I just didn't want to damage
Ava.
it.
Right, yeah. She did the listing. Is she here?
No, you have
Yes.
to go in the cage. You have to go in the cage now.
Eva,
I'm talking to the badger right now.
I think one of the other passengers would like to speak to you.
Oh, can you get the badger in the cave? In the cage?
Sure. And Pete will come over and gently take the badger.
He's getting scared. You can see from that glow. See the word? Oh, passengers.
Yes.
I'm not familiar with this turn of phrase.
Um,
Badger.
so Pete and Eva each need to give me a survive check with wisdom.
Oh, that's fun.
Okay.
Yeah, wisdom is Eva's best stat. No problem.
Yeah, definitely Pete's best stat too. And it's something he's totally trained in.
All right.
Less
First
than
rules
you.
of the game.
Eva, that would be a failure. Would you like to re-roll that?
Yeah, actually, I think so. Just because she's read up on these, and she's got some intellectual knowledge of how to handle them, so slightly
Mhm.
better.
Okay. Well, unfortunately, she is distracted by the realization that passengers have arrived, and by trying to hand off to Pete. And Pete is not quite as gentle and is not a practiced animal handler.
And is probably also scared of a large robot trying to pick it up.
Yeah, let's see. Let me. I'm actually curious here. Okay.
He's actually looking up attack stats. I can hear it. I hear the PDF pages flipping.
Okay, I do need a either physical or evasion save from each of you.
As in the passengers as well.
No, just the two that are handling the badger at the moment.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right.
wow. The sincere excitement in Ben's voice. It was so cute. All right. This is going to be a fun night.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. So,
Mauled
Pete-
by badgers.
Pete goes over to help Ava, who's visibly struggling to try to calm down the badger that she's. I don't know. Would she? She's probably. She's trying to. I don't know if you actually. I actually don't know out of character. I don't know if you're supposed to scruff badgers. I don't know that you're really supposed to handle badgers at all, frankly.
Add that to my Google search. Can you scruff a badger?
I have what ChatGPT gave me if you'd like to read it.
Oh no. Sure.
You want me to just send it to you, better to the whole chat?
y- better yet, let me hear Eva start trying to rattle off part of this to Pete, reminding him how he's supposed to handle the badger.
Oh my.
Okay. Easy. Right behind its left haunch, it has intricate grooming rituals, just as if you're licking it with your fingers. Just lick it with your fingers, and it'll go right to sleep.
Like this? Ah!
Softer. And if you could purr.
All right. Well,
I don't think I can make that noise, Eva.
Pete tries a slightly different manner of brushing, I guess, caressing the badger with his hand, his left haunch. And then before either of them is able to fully comprehend what is happening, there's a flurry of fur and claws and hissing sound, and the badger is flailing and manages to catch Eva pretty good, and Pete gets some serious scratches and some wires snagged and snipped with those claws. You each take 4 damage.
Oof, that is enough to kill a first level character.
A weak
Yikes.
one, yes.
A weak one, we get D6 hit points.
Yeah, I was gonna say I only have 7 hit points.
Well, I mean,
Ben.
just about everything can kill a first level character. And wrangling space badgers is gonna be. Say that's certainly on the list. That's.
It doesn't though.
That's good to hear.
Don't think you can scruff a badger, unfortunately, from what I'm reading.
Well, these
Yeah.
are space badgers.
Probably dangerous.
The UK says you
Sure.
can scruff it, but it's dangerous.
No.
Yeah,
But those are
Yeah,
European badgers,
I was gonna say.
not American crackhead badgers.
I was gonna say,
You
unfortunately.
mean African badgers? Because African badgers are the crackhead badgers, from what I'm reading.
Oh yeah, the honey badgers, their skin is so flexible, you're definitely not.
Yeah, I was gonna say, unfortunately for the crew here, they may have been slightly off in their classification of these badgers. They're more aggressive and a little more dangerous than they had hoped.
Pete will definitely look at Eva and say, "We need to charge them hazard pay. These are more dangerous than several mercenaries that I've met."
Whoop.
We'll deal with that on delivery. It's in the cage now. Eva stands up and it is in the cage, right, Ben? That's what all that
I
was.
didn't.
Oh.
I didn't say that.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh
that thing's
no!
ornery
You can't
one.
make me take round 2 of that.
It has gotten loose and is it's backing away with its fur on end and is
Well,
menacing the pair of you.
would Bo's farm background help him any?
So I have an idea. Zeke has sensed the need. Could we say that he brought beef jerky and that badgers eat beef jerky?
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say for Bo, the farm background probably would help a little. I'd say depending on his skill set. Let me check real quick what Bo's got.
It
Okay,
ended
so
up being a straight roll at survive.
yeah, he's got survive. I would say, even without rolling, I'd say his initial his initial reaction to the situation would be, why are these madmen trying to handle one of these with their bare hands? But yeah, he could
Are
probably.
these city slickers doing this madness?
Yeah, exactly. But he had certainly already he had washed his hands of it to an extent, but would certainly be probably ready to step in and try to help at this point. Um, but yeah, I guess if Pete, or sorry, not Pete, if Zeke wants to sense the need, yeah, let me double check this. I think that would fit. Let's see, a particular object would be needed, kind of reasonably acquired and carried to this point. Yeah. Yeah, I think something like that. Some I don't actually know.
What badgers
Prob-
eat?
Yeah. I should have
I gave you a list. Not necessarily
mean-
a list, but the 3200 badgers diet consists of genetically modified plants grown within their burrows.
Okay. Yeah, so they're I guess they are actually so they're what, omnivorous.
Obviously, you don't have to use that. It's just something I pulled up from ChatGPT.
They primarily feed on mice, ground squirrels, and gophers in real life.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh man. A ridiculous but still technically plausible thing would be for Zeke to have like a dead mouse in his pocket or something. Oh,
They will
sorry.
eat fruit, so that's a,
Like beef,
Okay.
some sort of jerky made sense to me. But you
Yeah.
know, a dead mouse, you're the GM. So
just
yeah,
saw a rat as he came into the spaceport and was like, I think this will come in handy later.
Yeah, you never know, right?
I'm sensing a need for this dead rat.
Hey, look, first dead rat I've seen on Anagras. Must be lucky.
I mean, I like that. I would accept either beef jerky or some kind of fruit if you'd like, Avery. But
go with jerky. But my question for you, since I am about to feed this animal seconds potentially, is if I do, am I likely to be mauled? Or will this pacify?
I would say that
And this is a
Zeke,
question via Oracle.
yeah. Oh, via Oracle. Okay. Now you could use Oracle. Let's see. First, let me double check here that you're. So for sense the need, your what is it? Effort for the day. So do make sure to mark that on your character sheet because you've got limited uses of all this stuff. And one thing about the precognition is that it is most of its stuff is uh, effort for the day, so it's more costly than some of the other skills. I would say just without you even needing to use the Oracle, Zeke would know that uh, he he had sensed the need and now realizes the source of that need was, needed something that would get this badger creature uh, to come and to, eat the thing. However, he does not feel great about his ability to do so without getting scratched, especially given what he just saw. But um, he might offer that
Is
up
there like
to,
a cage or something that he could throw the jerk?
yeah. Yeah, there is the
Yeah.
cage that Eva and Pete were just trying to get the thing back into when it
So I think he would try to
rebelled.
get the thing's attention with the snack, the oh so delicious snack.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And so you try to get its attention and then go put it in the cage, you said?
Yeah.
Put the snack in there? Okay. Let's see. Trying to think if that I don't I think that's hands off enough that I don't think I'm gonna require any particular role for that. Um, yeah, I'd say that's simple enough. Let's see. What? How are Eva and Pete reacting at this point? Seeing Zeke
Uh,
step in with the dead rat.
I mean, I
Jerky.
Oh,
Jerky.
sorry. We
Yeah.
went with Jerky, not the dead
Jerky,
rat. Okay,
not dead rat.
sorry.
You
Ben
got us.
really wanted that dead rat.
I really wanted a dead rat.
You can't have the dead rat. It's jerky.
the the freshly opened package of jerky, the aroma filling the the yard there.
You just see him rip the bag open, and the badger turn around like,
Yeah, I think it's definitely gotten the badger's attention, but it's still acting wary and still hackles raised, aggressive posture towards the two that just mishandled it. I guess this would be a fine time if Bo wanted to try to help. If you wanted to try to step in with any advice, or if he wanted to try to get his hands dirty as well, that could be an option. Um,
Cherry is freaking out when he rips open that jerky, right? Because he is right next to her.
yeah.
She does not appreciate that badger focusing
I
in
guess
her
with
direction.
the injuries and the panic, he'll jump down. He said, "Y'all ain't ever handled an animal before?" So jump off of the catwalk, and he's pulling off his jacket, trying to look big in front of the badger as he tries to corner it towards the cage.
Oh my word.
All right. Yeah, it's noticed him, and I guess I'll go ahead and take a survive check from Bo also.
Remind me not to suggest fun things for flavor to Ben next time.
Wait, what do you mean?
This was just supposed to be a fun thing for flavor.
Oh, that's fair. 1d4 might have been slightly excessive. I just picked it off the top of my head, but you're also handling a freaking badger. These are not
Space badger.
squirrels.
Space Badger, yes. It was
That
supposed to be like
glows when it's
genetically.
afraid
It's supposed to be genetically modified.
to be cute.
Oh, what? Okay, that's not what I. It sounds like we had very different assumptions about the term
Oh
space.
no, it's all right. Hey,
No,
Genetically
this is
modified
where we
to be
are,
a
Ben.
menace.
this is where we are now. You and
Pete
your
and Eva
assumptions
look
have
incompetent,
brought
but
us
that's
here.
okay.
It really helps to sell.
Yeah, the chaotic nature
The
of this
desperation.
situation. Yes. All right. Well, the badger seems very confused and now is focused on Bo as well. But uh, with after a bit of posturing on his part and everyone else doing their best to help as well, it does dart into the cage for the jerky and able to slam the cage door shut. The danger is past.
with the door closed, Eva whispers a quick "Thank you, Bo," and stands up, turns around, and puts on her best smile to Cherry and Zeke. Hi, I'm Eva. Eva Mulligan, spelled Aoibhe. It's said E. Oh, let me show you your rooms. You're probably tired. You know, spike drills can be the best time to sleep if you sync up your sleeping brainwave patterns with the metaspace energies. She's, bantering, well, not really bantering, just talking as she goes to the room.
I love it.
And that's how you can sync up your clock. Do you want me to show you what the right time is later on? She motions towards the nice room.
All right, so they step into this room. What do they see?
They do see the fairy lights. I would say that Eva has put a considerable amount of time into this room. She, on occasion, would sleep in this room herself. Back when it was in her backyard, well, her parents' backyard, on oh, we are on Anagris. Back when it was still on Anagris, in her parents' backyard, she would sleep in here. So it smells nice. It's decorated real pretty. She only removed her own personal decoration effects. And so the fairy lights are tucked. They create a nice glow. I would say that as long as Ben allows, stepping into this room is like stepping off the grungy street and into a well-appointed, nice nightclub without the booming music.
Yeah, it's a nice aesthetic.
And I think that fits for us having the luxury cabins. Similar attention to the half a cabin or the fifth cabin. Just smaller and less feature flush, but yeah.
Similar theme.
Yeah, how does Cherry react upon actually seeing the inside of this cabin?
He is loosening up, ostensibly. This is the first room that has matched the picture that he saw on the listing. So, which is a relief to her because it's the room she's going to be staying in, hopefully.
All the way to move.
Is there one bed or a bunk situation or what?
I think it's probably one bed. One bed here and one bed in the fifth room. But
Okay.
could we say, Ben, that it's a double so that if two people wanted to sleep in it, it wouldn't be like, touching elbows against the wall?
I think, I mean, yeah, I guess it's a nicely sized bed.
Okay. Yeah,
It's
not
not
like a
really,
king or queen size or anything, just
yeah, it's not gonna comfortably fit two people, but two people could technically lay on the bed.
so more of a twin than a double.
I feel like a double is what Ben just described.
Yeah, I think a double
okay.
is fine. Yeah.
Okay. I'm sorry, I've only slept on plush queen size beds, so I wouldn't know.
A double is like every sibling's nightmare. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, man.
Ava looks hopefully at Cherry.
Yeah. Oh man, yes. And was this my cabin or is Zeke's cabin nearby?
I didn't decide for you two.
Oh yeah. Well,
I
I'll
thought
let
you were a
Zeke
couple.
check it out. Oh, Zeke, hey, you want to go check out the other one, and I'll let you decide.
It's right next to it. And she kind of squeezes past them, trying not to touch him, because she does have engine grease and badger something on her.
Is it glowing or not glowing? That's the question everyone wants to know.
Ben.
It is not glowing, but it smells.
Um,
Get that
Lovely.
badger stank on it.
Badger
Yeah,
stank.
it would appear that the badger may have secreted something while it was in its wild
Dude.
flurry.
Badger ECs?
I hope not. And she opens up the smaller door. It's a 3/4 door in width, so it's actually a smaller door. And it leads into one of those rooms that's just a long room with a bed at the end. You can't actually walk around the bed. You crawl onto it from the doorway. There's a little bit of walking space up to it, and there's a sink that is that comes out of the wall. The sink blocks your exit when you're using it, but you know it's there for you to use to wash up. Comes with a little mirror, and along the walls above the bed, built into the walls is bookcases.
Nice.
They're not quite filled with books, but there are books appropriately clamped in so that high G maneuvers don't dislodge them and send them flying. There's also a transparent, plexiglass cover over them.
Well, upon seeing that there are not, wait, are there fairy lights in this room?
There are fairy lights in this room too.
Okay.
They're not built in quite as nicely though.
Okay, that's
I think Zeke would want the room purely for the bookshelf. And what goes
so.
on it.
At first, Cherry would be like, "Well, I know it's not as spacious as the other one, so I can take this one, and you can have the first one."
I think I would rather this room actually.
Okay, great. And then she's just gonna grab her bag and run into the other room.
Yes.
She does not want to give him time to rethink that.
Zeke is going to ask if he can peruse.
Oh yeah, and she gives him the code. It's just 0000. It's literally the code is there so that the plexiglass cover can be locked at all. It's not actually trying to keep anybody out. It's just there to activate additional lock to keep the book secure.
Yes, of course. This isn't my first time on a spaceship.
Oh yeah. It isn't.
No,
How many times have you been on a spaceship?
That's a personal question.
Is it? I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Cherry is from the doorway gonna be like, "Zeke, be nice."
Oh, yeah, sorry.
It's okay. You don't have to tell me.
Many times. But never one with so many books.
There's even more books in the galley.
I think I'll fit in nicely here.
I love books. She does a little one of those little like shivering shakes. Well, I guess get comfortable. We'll be taking off as soon as I make sure the badger is secure. I don't think I can take it getting out again.
Here, you'll need this. And he hands over jerky.
Oh, thank you so much again. Okay. To your quarters. prepare for liftoff. She does wait until they've both entered and gone in.
Cherry was already in her bed.
Yeah.
What's the first that Zeke would pick up off the shelf? He's gonna start top. What do you got up?
Principles of metaspatial astrology.
Got it.
Astrology or astronomy?
Astrology.
Yikes.
Yes.
At some point, the signs will be asked of you.
Yeah, she goes back over to Pete and Bo. The Badger safe? Secure? Are Robert and Ethan?
They're
I
both
think
muted at the moment.
the Badgers ate them.
Sorry, there was background noise a little while ago.
Yeah, sorry.
He will look at Eva and say, seems to be so. He'll look back down at the Badger and glance at Bo. What do you think?
Yeah, he'll be kind of petting the Badger through the bars. He says, "Yeah, Daisy's all settled in now."
Daisy?
Yeah, I thought I'd name her. She's feisty.
Pete will look at Eva and say, does it smell like a daisy?
Sure. On the planet Zorfenheim, daisies smell like human, remains. So, yeah. Hi, Daisy.
Ah,
Oh my stars.
Oh, don't listen to them, Daisy. You don't smell like no corpse.
I heard Zorfenheim has the prettiest of smelling of corpses, so that's something.
Prettiest of smelling corpses.
Okay. Pete, everything secure? Oh, no other visitors?
I think we're secure.
Cherry would have poked her head
I'll
out of
take
the
one last
door.
check.
Were you expecting any other visitors? Like, are we gonna have to share rooms?
No, nobody will have to share a room. Ben, were you asking for a reason?
No, I just figured I'd randomly ask that for no reason whatsoever.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'll take that.
I mean,
No,
so
what's Ben asking?
what I was asking if we were open to an additional fare because there had been just a lot of discussion over the weeks, and I didn't want to assume anything. And we hadn't even there had also been multiple ideas bandied about
Mhm.
leading up to the session today about where you guys meet up and where the badgers need to be delivered and where you might be going first from Anagris and so on and so forth. And so I figured that also might affect whether or not you were taking additional passengers and to where.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, if you've got if you've got another in mind, then I think it would be fun.
Okay. Let me get
Unless
this
you've got
straight then.
stowaway ideas.
Where where did you where did you guys imagine, since you guys pretty much came up with the space badgers, who did you imagine
And
would
look how that
be
turned out.
buying such badgers, or
It would
or at least
probably be
where
some
do you think
sort
they would live?
of well, I was thinking either it would be like some sort of collector who's collecting weird sort of alien zoology specimens. Another option would be they're important for something ecological on another world, like counter
Mhm.
to an invasive species or something. Um like I could probably come up with more than that, but like I
Mhm.
figured that's a decent start.
Yeah,
Well,
I
why don't
like the
we?
collector idea.
I was gonna go on Robert's second idea there of just to make sure that we're getting all the way past well, I guess that's not past, but past Anagras, past the CIS, and into the new sector. It's someone on Urala who thinks that the bioluminescence and other emergent properties of this species of badger, sentient listben, um, might indicate early development of psychic evolution.
Mm,
And
okay.
Ural is all about that.
AKA an import for the
Interesting.
lizard gods.
Shh, we don't
Badgers for the lizard god.
Oh goodness, yes. Um,
Oh man.
Badgers for the
Badgers
badger
for the Badger
throne.
Throne. Oh my. Um, okay. Yeah, I like that. Because you guys were intending to go that direction. Um, I like that. There's for the collector, Loinuda would be a perfect place for an exotic animal collector. Although that would be a quite the surprise to your two passengers you just picked up who are not wanting to go in that direction.
Oh
Um,
yeah, let's. Did you say
so
going back to Luhenuda?
right.
Yeah,
Um,
that
because
seems
there had been some
counterproductive.
mention of that idea, but
There
we can
was, yeah.
definitely keep moving. We can have Urala be the destination. That would be just fine. And let's see then. All right. Um, let's see. Okay. Yeah. Let me pull this person up here. So, so we are open to another fair. Um, um, the Badger memes multiply. Okay. Let me just tweak this here then. Sure this makes sense. Okay. Um, yeah, okay. I think this will work. Um, you are expecting one more passenger. Um, and I'm gonna say, let's see here. Um, okay. As far as the rate, we'll worry about that later. But we'll just say that you had been offering a slightly discounted rate from the typical passenger fare. And so yeah, you were able to get another individual, and as you're checking on the state of the Badgers, you hear the rumble of a gas engine uh, approaching from some distance outside the ship, and along with a little backfire. And
Pete will probably see it since he was walking down the ramp to check outside.
okay, yeah, you see a man riding basically a four-wheeler up out from the forest uh, at the edge of the little shipyard, and cutting across one of the other docking spaces, and gets a frustrated shout from one of the workers on this other ship, but speeds on up and stops in a little crunch of gravel in front of Pete. The man hops off quickly, looking a little anxious, and grabbing pack out of the back of the vehicle, throwing it over his shoulders, and he looks a bit worse for wear. Looks like he might have been living off the land for some time. Pete's maybe not a great judge of that sort of thing, but guy looks pretty wild. But he steps right up, says, "Is this the Swallowtail?"
It is.
He has a an urgent look in his eyes. He says, "All right, yeah, I've got the fare," and he pulls out um a little pulls out a little stack of credit sticks and shoves them at Pete. Are we ready to take off soon?
Yeah, we were just conducting one of our last checks. You're just in time.
Okay. He glances over his shoulder and then says, "All right, well, I'll just put my my four-wheeler up in the cargo bay, and yeah, I'm ready to go. We can go anytime."
Make sure to lock the parking brake, and I'll check it with a tie down or two.
Yeah, of course. We can do that once we're up in the air. And he's already walking the thing over towards the ramp, and uh, hops on and drives on up into the cargo bay. Oh, hello there. You must be Eva?
Yes. Hi.
Hi. Yeah, Jebediah took. I paid your robot there for fare. Yeah, we're ready to go, right? Kind of dry washes his
Yes.
hands.
You mean Pete? Please
Yeah.
use his name.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I must have missed that. I just skimmed
It's
the
okay
listing.
this time. It's fine.
Okay.
Yes. She looks over his shoulder at Pete in a little bit of a what do panic because do we actually have a room for this guy?
Yeah, so
We
you guys
technically
have
do.
Oh, okay.
you have extended life support. So
Yeah.
you
Enough for a
have
max crew of 12.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
okay.
great. Right. I forgot about that. Perfect. So then the early panic, the small panic is more of a were the additional bunks prepared, because she forgot.
um, he looks around, visibly anxious, and says, "So, Captain Eva, are we ready to take off? You can show me my room later. That's fine. I'm sure it's nice. Um, I didn't want to hold up the trip."
No, let's get your vehicle in cargo bay. And Pete, you want to
Yeah.
run the last pre-flight checks? I'll get him sorted.
Or I'll see you in the cockpit.
Okay.
I'll go clunking towards the cockpit.
Okay, Jebediah, this is a nice car. What year is it?
Oh, he kind of vaguely gestures at it. I don't remember.
Yeah, before he can even hem and haw or answer, she's already asking about its engine.
Oh, that as long as it gets A to B, that's fine by me. You should probably help your your Pete with pre-flight checks. We
Ah,
wouldn't want to
no, let me.
delay.
We'll get you straight up into the cargo. It's okay. The ramp can be particular.
Okay. Um, yeah, I got you. He'd already kind of walked the four-wheeler over to the one side of the cargo bay and put the parking brake on, was standing there. And
I
he
feel
was,
like Pete just jabbed the button to close the lift, and when Eva was mentioning that it was picky, it was slowly raising and then like pausing and then resuming again and like
Right.
stopped
sort
and
of
then angles a bit more and then keeps going. Like,
there's a bit of a metallic screech, and that echoes up through the ship, and it grinds gears for a moment.
yep.
And as the thing pauses at one point, you hear more engines approaching from a distance, and Jebediah gets visibly way more concerned.
Oh,
Captain,
is
I
that the
really think we ought
model?
to
Oh,
probably
what?
go. I hate to rush you, but
Oh no.
um, you should probably definitely take off. You see,
Okay, it's fine. Lift. Pete, drop the lift.
Drop the lift? What are you talking about? We raise it when we're going up, right?
Oh wait, are we already on the lift?
Oh no,
Okay.
you guys are.
Okay,
Oh, I
okay.
see. No, you guys are up in the
I
cargo bay.
misunderstood. I thought we were having like an Abbott and Costello scene where like the lift was being raised while we were standing off of it. Okay, never mind.
No, it's like the ramp being shut to close the back of the ship, but you guys are all up in the ship already.
Yeah, okay. Uh, then instead Eva says, Pete, lift us off. The door's not closed yet.
Okay. And Pete will hit the thrusters to start just gently taking them straight up.
Okay.
Eva starts telling the guy, "Go get that strap. Uh, bring it, throw it over," and she starts trying to strap this thing down as quickly as they can.
Yeah, he joins in and helps hold it,
I
secure
think
the straps.
I think Eva has interacted with enough pirates and mercenaries, not in like their native environment, but in the junkyard, to kind of get a little bit of a sense of this guy's sudden panic.
Yeah. Yeah, she's no dummy. She puts two and two together. Sound of more vehicles approaching and his panic. uh, even if she didn't know exactly what's going on, she knows what's going on. And so the ship starts lifting off, and as it does, as it gains a couple dozen meters of lift, um, some small arms fire pings off the closing ramp and pull the ship around the opening, and Jebediah flinches down and calls out, Can we take off any faster?"
I think he was ignoring him at this point and saying, "Get to your bunk, strap in. There's a crash couch in there." She's rushing out to the cockpit.
Okay, Jebediah will scurry off.
Pete's being careful not to hit the other ships. He wants to get above them before anything happens.
Fair. How are the other passengers handling?
The sound of sudden gunfire.
Yeah.
Is that the engines or is that gunfire?
Good question.
I thought it was just the ramp.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the ship in a somewhat unsteady lurch does lift off and make it above the other ships around.
How high off the ground are we?
You're probably let's see, you're probably about 100 feet off the ground at this point.
Okay. Is the door able to roll back down upon hearing gunfire? Bo was heading back down, I think heading towards the cargo bay, saying, "Well, time to earn my paycheck."
Not now. Not now.
I
We just
kind of
want-
feel like the multifocal laser, or no, the Reaper cannon is probably on a gimbal.
We probably don't want to fire that either. What are your
No, we
Use the
don't.
battery.
We don't. We'll hit the other ships.
Ben, what are the laws regarding discharge of a spaceship weapon in Atmo? Are they as bad as I
yeah,
think?
they're every bit as bad as you think.
Yeah.
I'm proud, but also somewhat disappointed that you would ask such a question.
I didn't want
Wow,
to ask it.
man.
I just wanted it in the air.
I kind of feel
was-
like Pete would have pointed out to Bo at some point and said, "Hey, you'll probably have to hang out in airlock if you're going to shoot somebody while we're taking off." I don't think we're going to be able to put the ramp down that fast. Like having previously said that, talking about the ship's quirks
Mhm.
to Bo.
Hmm.
Not worth it, Bo. Not a fight. Let's just go.
Okay. Yeah, he'll holster his gun and then.
They can't penetrate the ship.
Well-
They can't penetrate the ship. They can't penetrate the ship. Sounds like she's trying to convince herself more than anybody else.
Well, you're the boss lady.
Yeah, by the time they're a couple, like 100 feet plus, like he'll start pouring on the power. Just get them out of there.
I think if they've
Alright.
still got planetary internet service or whatever, Bo's gonna hop on the old bounty boards and plug in this Jebediah's name.
Okay. Yeah, let's see. You guys are definitely still in Anagran airspace. Let's see. Bo. Let's see, he. Hmm. Okay. Yeah, let me think for a second. Bounty
In terms
board.
of skills, he has no skills.
Yeah.
Except for shoot.
Mm-hmm. Let me see here. Yeah. Go ahead and just give me a connect skill check. Either wisdom or charisma is fine.
Yeah, all zeros. So nice. That's 6 of one and a half dozen of the other.
True.
There you go, Avery.
Boo.
Oh wow.
Boo indeed. Yeah, so pulls up the public Anagris bounty board and scrolls, searches for the name, and tries scrolling a bit, looking for perhaps a matching picture under a different name, and didn't find anything matching Jebediah Took.
Is he a fool of a took?
Remains to be seen.
All right. Just thought I'd ask.
Or is he just called that because we're getting taken?
Oh no.
Better than being tooken.
Yep.
Oh, grammar jokes.
No, there's actually a movie named Tooken.
Oh no.
It
Is
is. Yes, it is a parody.
Okay, I was like, please tell me it's a parody. Oh boy.
I just want to point out, there is now a comprehensive list of the Swallowtail's library in player notes.
Oh boy. Okay, I was wondering. I glanced and saw a wall of text, and my eyes glazed over.
Yeah, I probably could have
Wow.
asked ChatGPT to format that.
Rude.
And apparently, there's a duplicate on there. That's cool.
Oh, we had 2 copies of something.
Apparently, Eva really likes Chronicles of Neoterra Beyond the Expanse.
One copy is like really weathered and has something spilled on it, and you can tell like
Yes.
it's been broken in and like really red. And then the other copy is like brand new and like hardback.
Yeah, definitely.
She's like,
Nice.
I'm gonna get a second copy for when this one finally gives up the ghost.
That's great. I will say, as the swallowtail is taken off and has has just ascended beyond apparently the range of whatever weapons people were firing. You get a little ping on the comms screen indicating that the basically the uh, I guess ground control for the little spaceport you just landed at is giving you a call.
Yeah. Eva looks over at Pete. Guess I have to take that, huh?
Yeah, you probably do.
This is Captain Eva Mulligan of the Swallowtail. How can I help you?
Swallowtail, what in tarnation was going on at your pad? Was that
Well, you
was
see,
that weapons fire?
yes, I meant to report that, but I was busy trying to make sure I didn't get shot. There's some men shooting at us from the ground.
And we don't know why. Pete will literally chime in.
Is that so? Well, we're on the phone with the sheriff, but yeah, just wanted to figure out what you knew. You don't know who these people are or why they're shooting at you?
No, I'm sorry, I don't. But
Hmm.
I can tell you what they were driving.
Is that so?
Eva will try to identify them based on what she saw, what little she saw, and the mostly by the engine noises.
Yeah, okay. I was gonna say, give me a no check with intelligence.
All right.
Oh, please let her pass this, because that would be awesome.
Yep. We'd have failed every other roll.
Yeah, so
Yes.
she actually didn't she didn't get the chance to see anything. Um the cargo bay door was already closing and
Right. Mm-hmm.
but she heard the engines and that was good
Wasn't
enough.
that?
Those distinctive distinctive engines are well used in the wilderness of Anagris,
Oh.
in the woodlands and out in the out on the hunting trails and so on. Um, those were the engines of some off-road, uh, pretty standard off-road Jeep style vehicles that are popular with hunters and other, I guess, other survivalists who spend a lot of time off the grid. There's a lot of open open forest and wilderness on Anagris that is under government protection for I guess like what's the word that I'm trying to say, like national kind of like national park sort of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, especially out on the outskirts of the capital city. A lot of people come in needing work done on those, so Eva's very familiar with those.
Yeah.
She
Right
can
on.
identify the make and model.
She'll
There's
even
a
not pantomime mimic the knock she heard on one of them.
right. Yeah, there's a small range of manufacturing years that could have been, but it's about as well as you can identify them just based on
Oh,
sound.
I'm sure she tells them that.
Yes.
Mm.
And of course
Relays look.
tells them that they can trust her because if they had spent as many years working on cars as she had, they would know she's right.
Yeah, the uh, the radio operator tries to get a word in edgewise a couple of times, but is just brutally talked over by Eva.
Until Pete
No.
finally stops her.
um, yeah, they thank her for the information, and they go ahead and indicate that they record the fact that she was that she and her ship were the victims of this crime, and notes that the authorities are going to want to talk to them to clarify the nature of that engagement.
Will
They're
that
expecting us to stay?
will that be soon? I have an angry badger to deliver.
Hmm. Let's see. Would you care to give me a talk check?
Oh, I would
Anyone
love
in
to give you a talk check with intelligence, right?
no. I think it's gonna be charisma.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that too. Wow, did I roll 12? I rolled double
You did in
sixes.
fact roll a 12.
Ow.
All right. Well,
Oh.
the man on the other end of the line hesitates, doesn't respond for a moment, and it seems that something in the pleading tone of Eva's voice has gotten through to him, and he lowers his voice a little bit and he says, "Well, they're they're still they're telling us it's going to be a little bit before they can get out here to investigate the shooting anyway. Sounds like the sheriff was in the middle of something, some other incident that was important. Yeah, between you and me, if you just keep on keeping on, just check in when next time you're in Anagras airspace. You know, be understandable if you didn't stick around right now.
Oh,
If somebody
thank
were
you.
to have forgotten to mention something,
Thank
ask
you.
you to stay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, just yeah. Well,
Don't mention it.
Like literally.
yeah, exactly. It sounds like he was trying to figure out how exactly to say something like that. And still in his hushed voice, he says, "Yeah, just you know, make sure you don't have any reason for them to find fault with you when you come back. Squeak
Understood.
clean and all that.
Understood.
And oh, by the way, Eva,
Yeah.
you owe me one."
Yeah. Definitely.
And with that, he signs off.
Okay. Eva looks over at Pete. At the pain of Badger attack and the sudden panic of bullet attack, and she just kind of sits and she grins and she ease and bounces. We're flying.
Yep. Pete will clap and say, "Yeah, we're flying." And
Playing. That's the sound of him clapping, I'm assuming.
yeah, probably. Clank, clank, clank.
So true.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's a pretty good stopping point actually, and we want to try to wrap up by 11:30, including our sort of faves and whatnot.
Mhm.
So yeah, everybody, let's see. We'll inaugurate our new character development channel here, and give everybody an XP session.
Our first XP.
So you should all be at
Yay.
Ben.
1 out of 3, not 0 out of 3.
4 out of 3.
Excuse me. And let's see. Oh, I did need to, let me double check this real quick, but I think I needed to change something. Yeah, let's see what we got. Yeah, I did need to retcon something here. Slightly.
Oh.
I in my haste I looked at the wrong little block
Oh.
there. So
Ooh.
rolled higher damage than I should have for a couple of for a little space badger.
For dramatic effect.
Yes,
Be
I was
honest.
just
Dramatic badger.
well, I'm not
That
used
was
to
a very
thinking of
dramatic badger.
I'm used to thinking of a D4 as the smallest, damage die, but there is a smaller one in Stars
Oh,
Without Number. in the Stars Without Number book. So, um,
A literal coin.
Yeah.
so yeah.
Mm.
Let's get favorites. Let's see. Gotta do this. Type this all out by hand for the first time in a while.
Oh yeah.
Let's see. Who do we start? I guess we'll just start with the beginning. Avery, what's your
Ooh,
favorite part of the
ooh.
session?
The favorite part. I'm gonna go with the unexpected consequences of releasing a live and dangerous animal into the spaceship.
Alrighty. Let's see. Yeah, I'm trying to think here what my favorite part would have been. Um, I I think I would just say my uh, I guess my mental image of I don't know how to put this. Basically, all the characters reacting to the badger on the loose. Uh, like specifically the moment when Zeke is ripping out a fistful of beef jerky and Cherry is shying away, holding her stuff between her and the badger, giving Zeke a look of some sort of displeasure. Eva and Pete both recoiling and trying to recover from having been scratched by the badger, and then Bo just chilling up in the cargo bay. Anyway, that's me. Danielle.
Yeah, I think the trying to figure out how Cherry would react to badgers being loose in the bridge of the ship she thought was a passenger ship. Oh, second favorite definitely would have been best smelling corpses.
Nice. Dex.
um, Cherry and Zeke's reactions to the rooms after uh seeing the outside and walking through this Kit Bash junker ship, and then seeing the rooms that were set up for them.
Yeah, it was quite the contrast for sure. I think the luxury cabins are probably the most functional in terms of how the fittings do their jobs.
Mm-hmm.
Or I guess the best functioning compared to what it should be doing. um, all right, Ethan.
Uh, It's Daisy the Badger and our unexpected final passenger.
Let's see. Yeah, I forgot you named. I forgot you named her Barry. Daisy. Hmm. I was hoping somebody would eventually name one of them. That's a good one. Robert.
I think it was funny about how both Eva and Pete were just kind of like ignoring the last passenger's urgency and just kind of going on with launch. That was fun. Lazy Fair crew is kind of funny. And I also really enjoyed the "What do badgers smell like?" That sidelined me for half a second because I was like, wait, I didn't think about that, but that also makes sense. He wouldn't have thought about that until asked, and then be like, can I smell? Like,
Oh yeah, noses.
yeah, exactly. He doesn't have a nose anymore, so it was a fun thought to be like, how do I play this? So I just kind of winged it and decided, no, he doesn't really know what smell is anymore.
That's fun. Yeah, I feel like there are going to be a lot of neat little moments like that.
Yep. So yeah, that pregnant pause was real, but also perfectly timed.
Mhm. Yeah. All right.
But also, is fun putting on new characters and figuring out how
Mhm.
things are gonna go and checking things out. Looking forward to our new campaign kicking off with scratches.
Yeah, man. Yeah, felt like it was a good start. Uh, nice little comfy session one.
I'm glad we could
Um,
finally succeed one skill check.
yeah,
Starting characters are painful.
yeah, there was definitely quite a comedy of failures on those rolls.
At least we were all off skills probably until the no.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, the no and then the lucky talk check were beautiful.
Yep.
Yeah.
Eva
That was beautiful.
narrowly and luckily avoiding a session 1 interview with the cops. All right. Well, I think that's a good wrap. We can end the stream and call it for session 1 of The Space Between.
All right,
Woo.
ending the stream now.